NASA learned a lesson that, being more intelligent or living among smart people, we often become victims of overconfidence and ignore those things as minor, so we constantly rethink. This is true to a great extent for career choice. You come to know that you do not like your work and are good at other things. In such a situation, leaving the strategy that is not working, adopt a new method. A boy named Sam lived in a small village. During his schooling, he struggled with traditional education. He could never be comfortable in the classroom environment, due to which he had to work harder to pass any exam. Even then his marks would have been minimum. Somehow he passed school and college. After that, as soon as he went to the job, he had to struggle a lot there too. But he understood that you're thinking from him, you have to rework your approach, everything. Any old rules will not work. To get new results, something new has to be done. And he started growing with this approach. Forgetting all the old patterns, he started learning new things. He started working on his strength. He started observing people, that a successful person is becoming successful by doing all these things. He realized that his learning style is very practical. He was able to do things better by doing them. It was a bit slow, but very effective. And slowly he went on achieving success. In the very first year, he got the Best Employee Award from his company. And all this happened because he understood that it is very important to rethink with the times, and to change your old learning and thinking. It is very important. Today, Sam is one of the top leaders of a multinational company, where he inspires people to be innovative, and teaches about strategies to work on new methods. So friends, today we will talk about such a book, through which you will understand the power of rethinking. The name of this book is Think Again, written by Adam Grant. On what basis do you generally form your opinion? Based on what you have read or heard. But have you ever thought that this opinion can also be one-sided, that is, some thoughts can influence you? When we get more influence than necessary, we stop differentiating between right and wrong and begin accepting your opinion of our power as correct. But being an intelligent person, it is essential to distinguish between right and wrong. So it starts with the skill of rethinking. When you are sure that, you do not know the whole world all knowledge and there is still a lot to learn. Many people consider their old beliefs to be correct. However, those beliefs were right then. With the changing times, many things are no longer helpful according to today's view, so to get the correct result, looking at things from a new perspective or new ways becomes necessary. Those who don't do this, for them to hold on to their old beliefs' truth becomes difficult to reach, and those who are ready for rethinking, adjust yourself with time and at least they don't remain unhappy like others. Therefore, instead of blindly accepting things, if we understand things with an open mind, there would be many benefits. Take it for granted that the whole world we know only a very small part of knowledge. And what you know, there are only a few things we can be sure about, which motivates us to take a new perspective. So what is rethinking, and how does it work? How you can leave the old unnecessary beliefs and adopt new helpful ideas and convince the people around you of your opinion. How to get staff in your office can always motivate to adopt learning mindset. This is all we are going to know today. If you are in your home or office want to develop learning environment or want to be a leader, this video will be useful for you. To understand the book well, we will discuss its 4 important sections one by one, and at the end of the video, I will repeat the key points of the book once, so that it is easy to remember. So watch the video till the end. So let's start. Our mind, Chapter 1, a preacher, prosecutor, politician, scientist, and our mind. As technology advances, the speed of accessing information is also increasing. The medical sector, from 1950 to 50 years as much information was received. In the next 7 years from 2010, researchers have got more information than that. Today there is a lot of information all around. Compared to earlier, we can get any information quickly in the blink of an eye. It means we should be aware of your beliefs to be based on data. It doesn't matter how high your IQ level is. If you are not motivated to change your belief, you can miss many opportunities for rethinking. Like, do you know, until decades ago Jupiter to Pluto, Mercury, was considered a planet like Venus. In recent research, scientists have found that Pluto is not a part of the solar system. To prove it, the researchers went on for many years, and now it has been accepted based on the data found in the study. by following this new belief, new perspectives of seeing things will be created, and many new ways will also be created. Generally, when we doubt any one thing, we try to confirm its truth through other sources. If the doctor tells us something about us, we often consult another doctor to ensure. Still, if it is about your opinion, we ignore it, so for us it becomes difficult for us to accept our opinion as wrong, and it is easy to find it suitable. The author found in his research that we are preachers, prosecutors, politicians, and thinking like a scientist. By influencing him, we take decisions of our life. In the preacher's mindset, we feel that the person in front is challenging our beliefs. Thinking from the prosecutor's mindset, we feel that we are right and the other person is wrong, and in politician's mindset, we try to convince people from our point of view. The problem in all these three mindsets is that you try to live only in your belief, even if it is wrong, or without thinking of others on influencing, they start taking decisions. This is not the right way to make the right decision. So, to avoid this mindset, we need to adopt a scientist mindset. Make decisions based on information and data like a scientist. Make a habit of looking at things realistically like a scientist and collect as much information as possible. Scientists never try to prove things based on their beliefs. They always try to establish what is right based on evidence. That is, they make decisions based on information. People often think that being intelligent means always taking the right decisions, but it is not. If you, according to the changing situation, are not ready to change your mindset, you will never be able to take the right decision. Research has revealed that those who have a higher IQ level have more difficulty in making such changes. Because they know a lot about their present belief, therefore, according to the changing circumstances, they do not like even a slight change in their belief. And it makes them insecure about their intelligence, so it's hard to believe they are wrong even if evidence is placed in front of them. In such a situation, try to understand things by being open-minded. 2. Interpersonal Rethinking Chapter 2. Interpersonal rethinking. Often, when we hear good news about our beliefs, we feel happy about our point of view and get inspired to learn more about it, but when we hear bad words about that belief or opinion, we get upset. Get stuck in doubt. At the same time, there is a need for rethinking. So by opening your mind, recognize the unnecessary belief and inspire yourself to think about it again. Although it is sometimes okay to doubt your thoughts, the authors call this imposter syndrome. Such a feeling prevents us from being like someone else but also puts us in self-doubt regarding our beliefs. Some researchers have found that more than half of the people around us become imposters regarding careers or any other thing in life, no matter how much success they have achieved. Imposter syndrome is beneficial in many ways, such as this feeling motivates us to work hard to prove our beliefs right and opens the mind for rethinking. Imposter thoughts encourage us to do work smartly. It was found in a research done on more than 1 lakh people that women underestimates leadership skills and men do overestimate. This happens because both have different beliefs regarding leadership. That's why when there is a conversation between the two on such issues, they consider one party completely right and the other completely wrong. In formal debate you have a purpose, the topic being debated to change the mind of the audience sitting in front of him, that is, to convince them to consider your opinion. Remember, people already have some idea about any one thing. In such an informal debate, the speaker tries to convince the audience with his belief. As an expert thinker, your aim should be to make your partner aware of the truth of your point of view. By being open-minded, in this, you motivate them to think about your opinion. Rather than try to defeat or show them down by giving many reasons, it may make them feel bad and will not be open-minded to listen to your opinion. Remember, if the person in front is not open-minded, they will not pay attention to your words because you give them their today's beliefs while challenging. They are convincing to rethink your beliefs. They are wrong and they should accept your correct belief. The author says to look at a debate like a dance. In dance, if you try to control or lead your partner, then dance can be wrong. So your aim is to match moments with them so that both of you can perform well by matching rhythm. Let us look at this example. A non-professional negotiator and an expert negotiator had to fix a deal. Researchers studied the methods of dealing with both and found that non-professional negotiators were trying to convince people by giving them many reasons. They were providing many reasons to prove their points right. On the other hand, the experts were dealing differently and giving very few reasons. When you give reasons to prove your point exactly, unknowingly, audience disagreeing with you, many reasons are given. And once if they got any point to disagree, so it becomes easier to disagree with the rest, and in the end, he may not agree with you, or the discussion may become an argument. Expert negotiators do not do this. They try to open the audience's mind. Their goal is not to dominate the audience with their opinion, but to inspire them to think about their idea by asking questions. They collect information by asking questions from the audience and, on this basis, they try to take the conversation to such a point where both parties agree and benefit from both. This behavior shows that you are open-minded and listening to the other person's words, ready to understand. When the person in front feels that you are interested in understanding their idea, they will also take an interest in understanding your point of view. They will be ready to change their mind from your opinion. Everything does not have a yes or no answer. We need to consider many things before making a final decision, and many aspects of the topic have to be considered. This flexible mindset will make you feel humble in the eyes of people, and this habit shows you such a person who is ready to honestly accept that they do not know some things about the topic or have never noticed them before and are now ready to learn. Research related to this was conducted in a lab in New York, where two people with different opinions about abortion were asked to talk for 20 minutes, and at the end, both can agree or agree with each other's point of view. After that, this research was conducted in the group. The researchers found that, initially, both groups completely disagreed with each other's opinion. But with an open mind, after understanding each other's statement, they concluded that it might be different for survival. Where the population is less, to balance it, the birth rate should be increased, and abortion should be reduced, and where the population is high, there is no harm in getting abortion done to control it. The author has found in his organizational experience that, in which organizations and companies' learning culture is strong, there the habit of rethinking can be easily developed. Because in such an office culture, people know the limits of their knowledge. They know that there are many things they do not know, so it becomes easy to be open-minded. Such people also have more desire to learn and try new things. Let's see in this example how a person's life was saved due to not rethinking. Some astronauts went into space in a space program at NASA. Astronaut Adam and his friends were doing a spacewalk when Adam felt some leakage behind the neck. The leakage was so much that it could not be sweating, so Adam immediately gave its information to the space crew. The space crew asked them to come inside the spaceship. After reaching the safe spaceship, they discovered that Adam's drink bag had started leaking. Drink bags strapped to astronauts' backs is a kind of water bag which helps astronauts stay hydrated. However, before going on the spacewalk, Adam felt a little leakage, but he didn't pay attention to it. Adam got overconfident and ignored it, considering it a small thing. Arriving in spaceship in time, he was saved by changing the drink bag. Otherwise, his life could have been lost. Like previous mistakes, NASA learned a lesson from this, that, being more intelligent or living among smart people, we often become victims of overconfidence and ignore those things as minor, which may be necessary, so we constantly rethink. Your staff should be encouraged to keep reviewing their work, keep improving it, and also try to see the result from the perspective of others. Your company's work culture should encourage people to rethink, even inspire them to keep learning new things about their work, keep exploring and reviewing their work like NASA, keep improving, and also try to see the result from the point of view of others. This habit can apply to anything. You can also adopt it in your personal life. Take the example of a project presentation. You must have noticed that while giving a presentation, priority is always given to adopting the best method ever. People do this because a good presentation has been shown in that way before, so it is a test and try method. Although it is okay to work with this mindset for the short term because you are following the best way and getting good results in return. Along with this, you should rethinking what improvements can be made and how they can be made simpler and more functional. By rethinking your company according to the needs of the changing market, change yourself and will survive in the market. But, by not thinking, your present methods may give excellent results, but they will not be helpful in the future. Therefore, trying that your company allows employees to learn new things and innovate. Make them think creatively and provide necessary resources to innovate new things, instead of just asking them to work based on results. Chapter 4, Escaping the Sun. Cast. Many of us grow up with only one plan. Perhaps you, too, must have thought since childhood that you want to become an engineer when you grow up, and then all academic planning is done according to this goal. But what if this plan fails? So what will be your next step? What would you do? What if something unexpected happens? People of such mindset never talk about their plan. Rethinking is not considered necessary. They decide on a goal, make a strategy for it, and then keep moving forward, keeping that in mind. When a system fails, we try more but keep our approach the same strategy in such a situation. You should always have a plan B to deal with such a condition. This method is essential for entrepreneurs. When researchers researched why people do not adopt Plan B and stick to the same strategy despite failure, the reason is the suncoast factor. It means that even if something's wrong, keep doing it again and again. This also happens because you have in that plan you have invested much of your money, time, and resources, so we try to do everything to prove ourselves right. In such a situation, even if the evidence proves your strategy wrong, you work hard to prove it right. Often we find it easy to make a straight decision. Like in the 11th standard, you take commerce, thinking that you will do business. But later, you find that accounting is a boring subject, so here many people are sad, but you should think that, instead of accounting, you can do your business in sales or financial management. Always keep your mind open for new possibilities. This habit will help you a lot in your growth. But unfortunately, most people don't give themselves a chance to rethink their choices. By thinking, you will find that the work you wanted to do years ago may not want to do today. Don't let Suncoast drive you into doing something you don't enjoy. Many students need help to do this. The career he had seen at 18, plans according to at the present, and after 8 years of work, he gets badly bored with his job. Its solution is to keep other career options and possibilities in mind. Don't be afraid to give up on something and try something new. This is true to a great extent for career choice. Many times later, you come to know that you do not like your work and are good at other things. In such a situation, leaving the strategy that is not working, adopt a new method. Even if you need to change your present job, you can change it. The author says that although having a plan and a goal is good, sometimes it helps us move towards our vision. But being committed to only one project and not thinking about other options can get you in trouble. That's why keep the second plan in mind. Along with your career, by rethinking relationships, health, and can improve the essential aspects of life. Keep your mind open to this. Do this once a month for career rethinking. Notice the people from whom you inspire and observe what they do in their day-to-day life. Notice their living, behaving, and working styles and see how much they match your interests, skills, methods, and values. Keep testing yourself from time to time. For this, give an interview for testing. If you are studying, do internships so that your work is tested. Conclusion. So friends, in this video, that we make our plans or beliefs and it takes a lot of time to prove them right and very little time is given to evaluate it. That those beliefs and plans are correct or they need to improve, so by rethinking this should be checked on time. That's how accurate today's method is. If you want people to pay attention to your point of view, instead of giving reasons to prove yourself right, asking them questions increase curiosity to know about your views. There can be many different aspects of everything, so do not try to dominate the others from your point of view, but understand the point of view of both with mutual understanding. This will make you aware of that topic from a new point of view. Always keep rethinking your current strategy, and think how it can be done better. If you are a businessman, then think about how in the coming time, as per market's demand, how you will change your product and way of working. Thank you, friends. So friends, now the time has come to tell what was the best thing about this book you have just learned and will implement 100% in your life. Feel free to comment and let me know.